Good evening. I'm your host, Nick. Back after 2 weeks. We're going to bring in my favorite co-host. Technically my least favorite too, because my only co-host. What's up, brother?
Swaggy V is back. What's going on? Let's go. Too much hype? Too much
I wish that the offensive line had your energy. All right.
What's going on, brother?
Anger.
Tell me all about it.
I will. We'll get into that. We'll get into everything. We will rip this franchise to shreds in a few minutes. Let's do this.
Are you ready?
Who bets on the Jets? Have you not learned anything about betting?
The Jets are going to come back. No, they're not.
They're never going to come back. They're never going to come back.
Long story short, the Jets are going to the Super Bowl. That's a promise.
Place your bets now, people.
Who do you want to win?
The goddamn Jets.
Hello? You play to win the game.
Whoa.
Good evening.
Good evening.
VR, I'm going to start with you. First off, hello to everyone in the chat. I thank you all for joining us. I thank you all for being here. Hello to everybody. You're all awesome. But we got to get to some things. I had a coach today. We had our senior day. I'm out on the field trying to watch on the phone and stay updated, and I see a pick six returned. Then I didn't see that, but I saw in the box score that a pick six happened.
Yes, sir.
Then I see the other interception, the second interception. And then we had to get ready, and then the third interception happens. And I'm saying to myself, is Aaron Rodgers at quarterback? Like, I don't remember a 3 interception game from Aaron Rodgers. I'll start with you because I'm going to blow up. I'm going to start with you. You watched it. Give me your thoughts. Don't give me the breakdown. Just give me your thoughts on the product that you're seeing on the field as a Jet fan.
Overall, what I'm seeing is very sloppy. Is very undisciplined football. It's, you coach or have been coached. And so the fundamentals on offense, the fundamentals on defense. When you're coaching or you're being coached that if something is not working in the game plan, from game to game, that you make changes. I am not seeing changes being made as the game progresses. And from game 1 to game 5, I have not seen coaching decisions and changes being made to make corrective changes as we go along. And as a fan, I am not happy. I have a smile on my face because I'm just positive. But as a fan, I'm absolutely not happy with the product that I'm seeing on the field and what is going on with the team, because those decisions affect the team. They affect the morale of the team. They affect Just the nomenclature and the environment, and it's just not a good feeling. We're 2-3, and we have an opportunity next week against the Bills to play for first place.
Yep.
And it just doesn't feel that way. I feel like we're an 0-5 team right now. Like in my spirit, in my heart, in my soul, I feel like a loser. I wear my Jet stuff with pride, but I'm wearing the off colors today because that's how I feel. I feel off color.
Representing Brazil.
Exactly. The Brazil Jets, not the New York Jets. So that's my thoughts, man. That's how I feel.
So from what I saw, here are some of my thoughts. Why on rundowns is Jeremy Ruckert not in there at tight end? I see number 84 going in motion. It's not even worth knowing or mentioning his name. And he whiffs on blocking the end, and the end shoots down and tackles Breece Hall for a 2-yard loss. I don't know what the plan is, but the whole entire purpose for Ruckert being on this roster is to be a blocker. I think they need to get more creative in the run game. I think teams can easily tell when Breece is going to run the ball. I think there's no misdirection. There's no traps. There's nothing. It's we're going to line up and hand it off and hope we block and that hole opens up.
Right up the middle.
The offensive line is not blocking well enough, which brings me, and listen, I love Ron Middleton. Love Ron Middleton. But some of the decisions to not have Ruckert in there on rundowns, specifically in 12 personnel, you're a poop emoji today. Keith Carter. They pointed out on the broadcast that they ran the same exact fucking blitz the Broncos ran last week. You didn't want
somebody's watching film, not us.
You didn't want to go over adjustments. You didn't want to go over moving the protection. You already had Breece over there. Rodgers, you see that same thing? I'll stick with Keith Carter for now.
Yeah.
We have center, right guard, right tackle, 2 1s and a 2 drafted. We have Tyron Smith, a former number 1, and up until he became a Jet, was the greatest pass blocking efficiency tackle to ever walk the planet. And we have Simpson, and we know Simpson was better at running. But you have 4 guys who were premium picks in the NFL on your line. And we can't get anything going at all in multiple weeks. Keith Carter, you're a poop emoji. Aaron Rodgers at the line. If you have spread, you got to be in communication with your hot route. You got to be able to get the ball out to somebody who's going to be open to catch and run. We very rarely have catch and run in this scheme. It's usually tackle and go down. There's no explosive plays. It's like playing Madden on all Madden. Like you can't always score a touchdown in a 10, 11, 12 play drives. Sometimes you got to hit from far away. You got to have an explosive play. Now, I get it. We're not blocking long enough to have those explosive plays. But if you can create ways in the spread, and when you know they're playing man, outside guys, double slant, inside guy out, catches it, turns it up the sideline. There's ways to get guys free in the NFL. We don't have any of that. I'm not putting that solely on Rodgers. This is the scheme that they wanted to run. This is the scheme. Rodgers didn't want to learn a new scheme. Aaron Rodgers today, 3 interceptions, bad decision making at the line. You're a poop emoji. Hackett, you have been and remain a steaming pile of horse manure. You're past the emoji. Emoji's a picture. You're actually the manure that fell on Biff in
It's
Back to the Future.
Up here.
You are a massive pile of shit, Hackett. There's no unpredictability. I'm telling the kids watching over my shoulder at one point what plays we're going to run. It's not an NFL offense. Somebody said it last week. We're watching guys run open on every other team. Garrett Wilson made light of it, right? Like I'm watching football on Sundays and we're watching other guys get open. Garrett Wilson's like, get me the fuck open. Get me down 20 yards downfield like Jefferson, where even though he's double covers, he's open because of what the other players do to open him up. No diddy.
No.
Now, I'm going to say this, and I know it's going to come back down the road. I'm perfectly fine with that because I've thought about this for more than just today. It's the first time I'm saying it. You want to beat Sauce Gardner, you just try to do double moves, and that dude will hold you to prevent getting beaten badly. He will take the hold. He will take the penalty. He just doesn't want to get beat. Sauce Gardner, I'm starting to see the word overrated when I watch you play this year.
Wow.
He has not been good. He holds a lot more than he gets called for. This might be the beginning of Sauce, the honeymoon of Sauce, and the novelty of Sauce, and the refs being forgiven with him and just saying this guy holds too much. We can't let it happen anymore. He's not a playmaker on the back end. He's not a take the ball away guy. He will get beat with double moves. But he's marketable. Who fucking cares? I want to win football games. DJ Reed, you are the most underrated player in the entire NFL. You did not commit a penalty on Jefferson down the sideline. Jefferson slowed his step, stepped into you, pushed off of you, and all the refs saw was your arm touch his forearm, and he called the penalty, think that you're holding him. DJ Reed played phenomenal from what I saw. You need Reddick. You need another pass rusher. When Leonard Taylor is your second best pass rusher in a game, no knock to him, but this is not what this D line was sold to us to be. From what I saw, I didn't see Quinnen make an impactful play once. I saw the sack by Will McDonald, played it great, didn't sell out on the run, stopped, squared up, and used his speed to close in on Sam. Quincy Williams, after the game, he said he needs to work on becoming a leader. No, you don't. You became one today. When you opened your mouth and you call out the entire organization as a player who plays hard as hell, every rep, never gives up, doesn't ever seem to be out of position. He might not make every play, but he is hell-bent on being in the right position every play from what I can see on film. It's about time that you
He said
spoke
top to bottom, everybody,
bottom.
everybody.
Hey, now let's break that down. Let's start at the top. Why don't we get Hassan fucking Reddick here? That's the top, right? Get the fucking deal done. We can't get to the quarterback. This is a 4-man rush scheme. Get another guy who can get to the quarterback here. Otherwise, Josh Allen's going to run for 80 yards on you. We know Josh Allen can't throw. Josh Allen does exactly what Josh Allen does. He had one massive game and then has a couple games of bullshit. We're built to beat the Bills. I don't want to get into them yet. Let's stay here. I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
Sorry. I get angry. You never know where the anger is going to take you. I'm trying to stay calm, BR. You're a calming influence to me. And like your yellow shirt is like the yellow light on a traffic light. It's telling me slow down. I don't have to stop. It's going to slow down. So kudos to you for wearing the Brazilian shirt. It's helping me. Now, coaching. I love being aggressive. I love it. You're in the middle of the game, got a little bit of a lead, your defense is hot, go for it. Down 10-0. I said it. If any of my players are watching, chime in right now. Why the fuck are we going for this? Take the field goal, make it a one-score game, get your offense in rhythm, let your defense keep doing what they're doing, because the only touchdown they had was a pick six.
A pick six, yeah.
I feel that there's no consistency. There's no logic. There's no rhyme or reason. It's like winging it. I don't trust Robert Saleh as a head coach. And I've been a very big defender of him, as you know. I've been a very big proponent of him. I have been someone who has said time and time again, let's see how it gets now that there's actual talent here. I'll say it. Robert Saleh looks like he's in over his head with this job. He can win some games when there's no expectations, and he can get the 7 wins the last 2 years. What the fuck? What the fuck?
No management skills.
There's no management skills. There's no discipline on the team. There's penalties left and right. There's guys lined up the wrong way. There's just, listen, you've had this team. This is your 4th year. I got my team August 13th, and we have some of those issues. We're also not a full-time gig. We also don't practice every day.
Right.
We got kids getting injured. I got to throw kids in positions in there. It's not like I'm putting Aaron Rodgers at D end like I had to do today with the quarterback who's never played D end. He's been a safety for us. I've denied the fact that the coaching is that bad. I've denied the fact that there's no evolution. There's no evolvement of this team. There's no getting to the next level. It looks bland. For today's NFL, the offense is bland. You're relying on perfect precision passing by a guy with 40 years old with some mobility issues to be pinpoint perfect every throw, with a line that can't protect and defenses that are going to fucking blitz. Because in a league where it's now about wide receiver quickness, wide receiver agility, wide receiver mobility, we go get 2 big, tall, slow guys in Lazard and Mike Williams. They're not getting open because they're not part of the new breed of wide receivers. The new wide receivers are shifty, speed, can embarrass you on a route. Alan Lazard is a throwback. Mike Williams is a throwback. Mike Williams is the tall kid on your street who plays basketball, and you just throw them up to him. Alan Lazard, all right, he knows how to get up in the seam and get cut and try to take that angle. He's a big body, and he's not afraid to take the hit. But aside from the fucking dog shit New England Patriots, when was the time you saw him catch the ball, move, juke, get extra yardage? It's catch and go down. It's aggravating. It's disappointing. Do I think that they can get better? Yes. We saw it the first year with Tom Brady went to Tampa, right? And no, I'm not saying we're going to go and win the Super Bowl, but I'm comparing it with a quarterback who was in a long place for a long time. That team didn't click until later in the year after their bye week. Go look back. The offense was porous. They were inconsistent. The bye week, when they had extra time, Brady put in a bunch of the plays from New England. And all of a sudden, they clicked. There was a comfort level. Here's the concerning part. You have the playbook from where you were. Do you have another level to get to? Do you have room for growth? Has it peaked? I don't know. I don't know. And I'm not going to scream and yell and rant and rave and try to get a viral video off of reaction. I'm not about that. I wanted to clearly put my thoughts out there about the issues that we have. I see as a coach a lot of fixable things. I see some schematically that can improve. When you're not blocking, you design ways to get the ball out quickly, and you want to put your guys like a Garrett Wilson in catch and run. Braylon Allen out of the backfield one-on-one with a linebacker. Beautiful. Beautiful design. Pinpoint the matchup. Send the receiver wide on the sideline. Dump him out. 15-yard gain. Nice. Why only one? Why not let Braylon Allen exploit that linebacker until you pull the safety up to help, and now you go over the top? You can't win in the NFL by putting everything underneath and just dinking and dunking. You got to have tiers and layers to your attack and your approach, and then you have to be able to hit downfield. Even if you throw it 50 fucking yards and you throw it out of bounds, you got to keep those safeties honest that it's coming.
You got to test them. Yeah, absolutely. You know,
go ahead. I think I'm done. I probably have more later, but I know I threw a lot out there. Give me your thoughts. And chat, I see you. I know that you're here. I appreciate all of you for being here. We will get into your comments and questions later in the show.
Absolutely.
And just like the stream. If you have anything that can't wait to get on air, super chat, we'll do it. Gifted memberships help out. I'll put that up there to explain what they do for those of you that are new. And I know you're frustrated. We're frustrated with you. We're not going to pour gas on the fire. And go ahead. Tell me what you think.
Rob, to get on your point regarding Robert Saleh. So I've been hot and cold on Robert Saleh. People in this community know me as AI Saleh because I make fun of the fact that he's a robot. I'm at the point with him that I'm not even liking the toothpaste that he's trying to sell me anymore. You know, like this is the first time that I saw him get out coached by not the head coach, but the defensive coordinator of the other team, Robert Flores, who himself was a head coach at one time or another. But he got thoroughly out-coached. Our defense held and did their job.
Yeah.
But Robert Flores, he did a masterful job with the defense on the other side. He blitzed when he needed to blitz. That point that you made about, you know, if you don't test the defense, you throw something deep, throw something 30, 40 yards down the field, guess what? Those safeties start creeping up, right? They start playing 8 in the box because then, you know, they know that everything is going to be between the 10 and the 20-yard lines. It's going to be dump offs and screens. It's going to be, you know, curl outs and slants. So if you see that, then you start to get braver. Then the play calling starts to get a little bit braver. And if you're not running the ball well, guess what? Your defensive backs are damn near playing press coverage because they're up on the line. So all that to say, Robert Saleh You got outcoached by a defensive coordinator today. And that's unacceptable. It is absolutely unacceptable. I will not accept it. These fans do not deserve it. Absolutely unacceptable. And we have to be corrective in going forward. We cannot continue like this and think it's okay and think Aaron Rodgers is going to save us. Aaron Rodgers is a 40-year-old quarterback who's coming off an Achilles injury, and he can only wear the cape but so many times. To be fair, 2 of these games, the last game against the Denver Broncos, he put us in a position with a chance to win. If Zerline makes that field goal, we got a win on our belt. Today, we drove down the field. He threw an unfortunate pass, and it turned into an interception. But we were damn close to winning that game as well. So we could be, instead of 2-3, we could be 4-1, and nobody would be upset about it. But
I could also weigh 225 if I dieted, but I'm not.
Well, yeah, I mean, if my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle. Yeah.
It's
but I'm just saying.
He still has time to change. Don't hold anything against it. It's 2024. Who are we to judge? Maybe Auntie got a little Thanksgiving surprise coming up for everyone.
No judgment zone.
We can't judge. We don't know. We
Absolutely.
haven't spoken to Auntie yet today.
This is Sunday Shenanigans. There's no judgment.
You never know. If Auntie calls tomorrow, you're going to be like, oh, motherfucker. See, that's why you got to come here. Because, listen, we're all stressed. We're all angry. We're all frustrated. We're all disappointed. We all hate Allen. I get it. We're all on the same page. Nobody wants a fellow Jet fan being I told you so on the day of a loss. Nobody wants that. But he's here. Right. He's on thinner ice than he knows with me with the comments in the chat.
His man Van Ginkel, who he's been claiming all like the past 3 weeks, is the one that scored the pick 6. And I just, in my mind, I saw Allen running down the field with the ball, with the pick 6 going into the end zone. It was Allen that scored that touchdown, not Van Ginkel. So
you know what, Allen? If the Jets get to 12 wins, you offered to give 50 memberships to the channel. Instead, I would like to get pads, put them on you, and I get a 3-yard defensive lineman pose and just get to hit you in full pads. I'll take that instead. That'll be worth it. Because
and we have to tape it. Yeah, we have to put that on. Yeah. I like that.
There's good film. There's good moments. They have to find a way to get more of those and get more consistent. I do see a good team. I think Modine, who's probably enjoying himself right now, he said that the Jets defense didn't do their job. You scored 17. You have to hold the other team to 16. They did hold the other team to 16. There was a pick 6.
They did. There was a pick 6.
So they did their job.
They did their job.
Now, let's look forward, okay? Today sucked. You know who sucks more? Josh Allen. Josh Allen does Josh Allen things. Has one massive 4 or 5 touchdown game, then he goes into the shitter. 9 completions today against the Texans, who play a similar defense to us. I'm hoping Leaky Fatu is cleared for next week. We need another big body in the middle.
Yeah.
Right now, Quinnen is our best run stuffer.
And he's getting doubled.
He is. So you need that bigger body that can get doubled. That's what she said. And then it opens up Quinnen to beat and dog that guard when he gets one-on-one.
Because Kinlaw ain't it. Kinlaw is not it.
Oh,
he is getting overpowered. Yeah, the Mets lost.
So the Mets. I'm not trolling. I slept from 6:15 to 8:15. I was exhausted. I'm not doing well out in the sun. I can't wait for fall. I even said to the kids after the game, for those that played today both ways and didn't come off the field at all, this sucks. It's supposed to be 50 degrees.
Did you guys win?
No. My left tackle and my right tackle, one didn't get cleared from the concussion last week. The other one moved to Pennsylvania after the game last Sunday and said he won't come to practice during the week, but he'll be there for the game. Last night at 8:30, I get a text saying, "Oh, we're tired. It's our first day in the house. He won't be there." It's a shame.
Oh, man.
So we lost our left tackle and right tackle. We did as much as we could, but we're overmatched in certain areas, and guys were tired. And we had the lead 3 weeks in a row. We've had the lead, and just deeper teams, especially in the trenches, deeper teams. You get those bigger kids at that young age. You got to rotate them. I'm not trolling. I did see some tweets earlier. I did roll over about 7:15. I was like, I'm extending my alarm another hour. And I saw a tweet that said Mets unbelievable again. But I guess that was right before the bottom. That's going to be a good series, though. Was that a 5-game series, this divisional, or 7?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the best 3 out of 5, whoever wins that.
Alan, it wasn't a physical threat, you victimized jabroni. It was if they win 12 games, I would prefer to line up and do a football play with you instead of you paying $250. That's not a threat. That's a proposition. Calm the fuck down. You're not coming on my air to piss everyone off. You're doing it already in the chat. Thank you. Good day, sir. A threat is if I see you, I'm going to punch you. That's a threat. It's not what occurred.
I said good day, sir.
I would prefer to get football pads, let you put them on, I put them on, and line up and do a football hit. Not a threat. If you feel threatened, go look in the mirror and deal with yourself, sir. I wouldn't threaten to hit anyone, as Jake can attest to what I did to the boxing machine at Pioneers in New York City. That would be an actual threat. I would never do that. Jake, I have one other thing. To all the fans who traveled, who might be disappointed, who might be head down or down in the dumps, you guys are rock stars. You really are. And seeing all the videos from the Facebook groups with the UK group and the German group and you know, all the Americans going over, Boomtown stayed home. Canada had no shows. The Jet fan base is incredible. And I've said it all off season. If and when this team ever gets to match the level of our fan base, we'll never lose a fucking game again. Oh, thank you, sir.
Look who got it.
Come on, internet. No.
Yes. No. Yes.
All right, Mo. All right, I thought it was Alan. All right, it's Mo. It's Mo. VR, thank you for gifting the membership. I'm sorry, Jay Reeves before, member for 3 months. Blow it up. Very kind of you, VR, to gift it. Jet it out with a super chat. Gonna keep my cool tonight before I lose my shit. But we got to keep Eccles. And if we still had McGovern, I'd start him over Simpson. Beat the Bills, lead the division. And that's where we're at. Jet it out. Thank you. Thank you. Always supporting the show. You're awesome. Modine decided I'm going to pay it forward gifted a membership that went to Big Will. Big Willie Styles all in it. Getting jiggy with it. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Nice little start to the show there. Very appreciative. So the Buffalo Bills are doing Buffalo Bill shit. take it to an opponent that they're overmatched with the Jaguars, and they pummel them. And they get their fantasy stats, and they get their massive numbers. And then they look like shit. We're built to beat them. They want to throw the ball. We want to defend the pass. I don't know how much longer, with jobs on the line, you can wait on Reddick. I get it. I think a lot of us believe this Devontae Adams move happens. You weren't going to do it Wednesday or Thursday. He wouldn't have played this Sunday. You would have had to pay $981,000 for a guy not to play. Doesn't make sense. My first thought today, thank you, Alan.
Wow.
See, now you make me feel bad. Alan just gifted 10 memberships to the channel, and they went to Carly, Armand, Hughes Johnson, Sarah. I just want to say it's fitting that Hughes Johnson and Sarah are next to each other in the chat. You can't write these jokes. They just happen. Ron P., Franklin Fung, Deborah 64, and then oh man, this thing just glitched on me. Where did it
Goose
go? It
McGee.
refreshed.
Goose McGee, Trevor from Canada,
Trevor
Mark
from
Reed.
Canada, and Mark Reese. 1, 2, 3. All right, my YouTube sucks. You know this. Carly, Armand, Hugh Johnson, Sarah, Ron P., Franklin Fung, Deborah 64, Trevor from Canada, Mark Reese, and Goose McGee. Alan, thank you. I appreciate you doing that, good sir. Very kind of you. If you're going to show up, talk shit, and aggravate me, I'll allow it if you drop 10 memberships. So that's for all of you that like to fuck with me. You do
Absolutely.
get a free pass. Now, Jay Quest coming in with his free 3-month member super chat. It's a fucking tongue twister.
3 months.
The only one happy today is Bobby because he's a Giants fan.
Oh,
We have to
no.
clean this shit up, but I'm losing hope. Oh, man.
Don't lose hope. Don't lose hope.
This is a very, very good question. And I don't know if I have the answer. I'll kick it to you first. What is this Jet identity on offense? All right, let me tier this question for you. Let me throw it at you in two ways, okay?
Okay.
What is it and what should it be?
I mean, it's a dumpster fire right now. I mean, that's pretty much. There was no preseason with Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers had a year sabbatical for an Achilles injury. He's been out. He didn't play in the preseason. You got to get those like in-game reps to really, sharpen your skills. So pretty much the first couple of games, that was kind of a preseason, to be quite honest. I mean, like, that's what it looked like. Has it continued? What has continued at this point is that there seems to be a lack of communication or sync issues. And that is going to dictate what this offense is going to be. Now, what it should be West Coast ball control offense with a solid running game, with a two backs that are going to pound you, play action, and some competent wide receivers and tight ends that will catch the ball in a West Coast offense that will matriculate down the field to score enough points that if our defense holds the team to 16 points a game, we will easily win games. Isn't that the way we thought it up at the beginning of the season? Yeah. 13-4, right? 17-0.
Okay. I came out not like that, but I said earlier that all the issues that I have. Okay. Now, the proud New York Jet fan, the one who always looks for a positive in everything, is showing up. I'm putting that cap on, and here we go. Aaron Rodgers is not Zach Wilson. There are not many games Aaron Rodgers is going to throw 3 interceptions. Boomtown, the greatest note taker in all the world, or anyone else, feel free. And please search that and tell me how many times that's happened in Rodgers' career. I'd be very curious to know. Thank you.
I didn't have it on the bingo. I didn't have it on the bingo card. That's for sure.
Rodgers throwing a pick 6 and then throwing 2 other interceptions. It's not common. Okay. So now, where do we go from here? You're getting healthier on defense. CJ will be back probably by the Buffalo game. He was close to being back this week. You give him another 8 days off. Leaky Photo will be back. Mike Williams has to evolve and get in on the action here at some point, right? He's got to get to that level with Rodgers. I know they love throwing these quick slants to Garrett, but I feel they're just catch and go down, or they're a sliding one because he doesn't want to get the hit. His 190-pound frame can't take the hit. Can we start doing that with Mike Williams, who's got that Brandon Marshall frame, where you could put him matched up against a small corner, and then when he gets that slant, maybe the guy tries to rake around the side and strip the ball. Mike Williams goes through it, stiff arms the safety, and now he's off to the races. Like, there's so many things that I'm watching and saying to myself, why hasn't this happened? Why hasn't that happened? The play to Braylon out of the backfield today personifies that. Put trips on the right, put Braylon in the backfield, let him shoot out and sprint to the sideline against the linebacker. The only linebacker in the NFL who's probably covering that we played already in week 1, and Fred Warner. Anyone else, Braylon's beaten. Brees is beaten.
Yeah.
You want to get the ball in their hands. You want to get them in a rhythm. Run clear out routes against man. Dump it underneath. Let them catch and take the angle up the sideline.
We're going to get somebody that's going to be able to do that very shortly. It starts with a D and ends with an S.
Dominoes.
There you go. Now you're getting me hungry.
Starts with a D, ends with an S.
Order me some.
Oh, Devontae. I'm thinking one word. Oh, Clancy coming in with the breaking news. The 2 most hated fan bases in the world line up. Shout out to you in the chat. Nobody leave, nobody enter. There's 69 of you here right now. If you would be so kind, please like the stream.
Stop right there.
Adirondack Fly Guy with a good comment. Rodgers after a bye week is great. Rodgers after a loss is great. When Rodgers' defense holds an opponent to 20 or less is great. Rodgers has never thrown 3 interceptions. All these great things about Rodgers. Yeah. Dr. Cornelius can't throw 50 times a game. Can't.
Now, see, I want to counter that a little bit, because before this game, what I said in a couple other shows was that the Vikings have a top 5 defense similar to ours, except conversely, they're number 2 in the run and dead last in defending the pass. So my thought was, you put a game plan together where you start off passing the ball to set up the run. I thought that made, some sense. It appears that they didn't do that until later in the game, where I thought it was kind of too late. So
yeah. Thank you to Patty Grimes. Aaron had. First boom. He said Aaron had 3 interceptions in the last game against the Lions. That's true. Boomtown said that he's had 3 interceptions. I've lost the comment. Forgive me.
I think that was 2022 against the Lions.
6 times in his career. I'm looking for it. Boom. I don't know what's going on with this mouse. Rodgers has thrown 3 interceptions 6 times in his career, according to StatMuse. But breaking news, Boomtown is the StatMuse. Thank you. Mr. Bonesy, back from his hellacious vacation in Disney, where people just burn money and come home sad. Welcome back, Mr. Bonesy. I hope the kids had fun, even though you're in the fetal position, crying yourself to sleep every night, especially when the credit card bills come in. Jets cannot power run and man up ever. Our O-line never dominates. Our run game is pitiful. No play action. Why don't we go 5 wide more often when they keep doing their bullshit crowd the line? I agree. I'll be honest with you guys. I know it's part of my job, right? And with coaching, I haven't been able to see the games, and I know I got to watch the games. But when it's a loss, man, I don't want to. I know I have to, and by Wednesday I will. Tomorrow night I have nothing going on. Monday night is my only free night of the week, where I don't have anything with YouTube or coaching or going to Knicks games or anything. So I'll throw it on. I'll watch the 11-minute recap on YouTube.
I will say this: one of the points that Bonesy brings up about the O-line never dominates. Let me tell you, low key, negative that has happened that a lot of people are not talking about is Morgan Moses' injury and Olu Fashanu struggling in the right tackle position. In fact, there was an article last week from Sports Illustrated that said that his 45.3 overall grade is the second worst of all rookie offensive linemen that played so far this season.
Yeah.
The only player that had a lower grade is Houston Texans rookie Blake Fisher, and he only played 22 snaps.
Take that, Houston. Going to kick your face in on Halloween. Patty Grimes, thank you. Nathan Shells, thank you for being a member of the channel. Oh, man. Look at this. We got some more breaking news. Hold on. Where'd it go? This thing today is crazy. Jersey Jet became a member of the channel. Thank you, Jersey Jet, for that. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you for being the channel. If you're on Discord, follow the bar on the bottom. Hit me up with a friend request at Proud NYJ Fan without any spaces, sir. And then we'll add you into the Discord where you can talk Jets football, playoff baseball. What else have we talked in there this week? What are some of the highlights? Nate, Clancy, help me out. What are some of the topics of discussion we've had this week, non-Jet related?
Playoffs.
We've talked playoff baseball. We've talked football, obviously. There's a couple other silly discussions that came up, but I forget right now.
There's always DP going on in there. Addison, the king of the DP in there, where everybody goes and everybody knows your name, like Cheers.
But like we said, right? Like for as bad as it's been through 5 games, and even the one of the wins against Tennessee wasn't convincing, right? It was scary, and then we made it out. We survived, basically, right? Is what you say there.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Let me ask you a question.
Perfect timing.
And this is an observation that was brought to my attention by other people. Is Aaron Rodgers 100%?
No.
And when I ask that question, let me layer it for you. Is he 100%, not just physically, but is he 100% up here after the injury? After the layoff, coming to a new team. I mean, like all these, there's different things. It's like an onion, different layers to this. You know what I mean?
He doesn't look scared in the pocket. I'll address it by each thing, right? He's comfortable in the pocket. He's moving well when he's got to move. He's buying some time. But when you have guys, I don't care who you are, when you have unblocked blitzers coming at you because the protection can't figure out to slide to the left, you're leaving him out there to dry, and you're leaving him out there to just get his bell rung. And I don't get how you don't devise a game plan to protect your most important asset.
Agreed.
Keith Carter, Ron Middleton, Paul Hackett, all three have a say and an input into the blocking scheme. How about you if you want to put Rodgers in shotgun, have Brees or start off with Garrett and Ruckert in the backfield. Let Garrett motion out to have a linebacker on him, and now you have Ruckert back there to fucking ring somebody's bell if they come unblocked, right? Like, you gotta be creative. You gotta be ahead of the curve. You can't constantly be the dumb fuck in the room. Like, there's no other way to say it. You can't constantly be the team that doesn't make the right call. You can't constantly be the team that makes the bad decision. And I mean, all this talk about Adams, does he block?
No.
Does he design the offense? I mean, I don't remember the last time I ever saw a Jet wide receiver with 22 targets. There's been months where receivers don't get 22 targets in a Jet offense. Garrett Wilson had 22 targets today.
And they still don't look like they're in sync. That's the kicker in all of this. He's targeting him 22 times in a game, and they still do not look like they're on the same page. I don't know how much of that is Aaron Rodgers forcing the issue, like, you're going to do this my way, or Garrett Wilson just being a stubborn little prick. Either way, something has to give between that relationship, or guess what? When Davante Adams does get here, he's not going to get the ball.
Yeah.
Davante's going to get 90% target share. Everybody else is going to get 10%, because I don't understand how Lazard, who looks like he is in perfect stride and sync with Aaron Rodgers, gets the ball and gets it. And that's kind of messed up because he drops half of his passes. But they're on sync. They're in sync. I just don't I don't understand what's going on with Aaron Rodgers and Garrett Wilson.
No, Jaden, Nick's not disinterested. He's texting his son about getting him for my birthday weekend and trying to figure that out. Sometimes I got a parent. Jaden. I'm sorry.
It happens.
I'm sorry, Jaden, my other son. I don't have all my attention put on you, but when my son sends me a message that he's trying to figure something out with his mother, I got to reply. That way his mother can't be like, say he's not interested. Ha, 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 ha. You got to pick and choose your battles in life, bro. And getting my son for an extra moment or extra weekend is worth responding to the text. Sorry, Jaden. Dick.
Responsibilities, man. Wait till you get there. Wait till you have your own kids.
The never-ending battle between Jaden, the stepson, and Nicholas, the real son.
The real son, yeah.
Oh man. So I don't know, man. I'm aggravated. I'm angry about it. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure the YouTube is live. Let's refresh this. I don't know if I missed anything. I really need a new computer. I really, really do. Yeah, Raul, you can't run it if you're not running it. If they're getting 4 or 5 yards a clip, yeah, you keep running it. I don't know.
Braylon Allen, who looked better. Yeah, he looked better, than Brees past couple of weeks, but not really this week. Nobody really ran the ball really well against a great. Let me also say this. We've been going against low-key, really good defenses the past 5 weeks. Is that a correct statement or not? Vikings top defense, Broncos very good underrated defense. The Patriots, they have a pretty good defense. San Francisco, obviously, speak for themselves. And the Titans, who have an underrated defense. I'd say top 15 defense all across the board.
Yeah. It's last year we had the was last year or the year before? We had the quarterback gauntlet, right? We had the quarterback gauntlet to start the season, right? We had Dak, we had Josh Allen, we had Mahomes. I'm trying to think who else we had. But we had like 5 out of our first 6 games were what were considered top 10 quarterbacks. Now we got a bunch of top defenses. Now, if you take what you learn and you take what's been exposed and you correct it and you go beat Buffalo and you go beat Pitt and you go beat Houston and New England and you go 4-1 this month and you go 4-0 against the AFC and your loss to Minnesota and loss to San Francisco are in the NFC. Go beat the AFC teams. Go get the tiebreaker against Pittsburgh for a playoff game. Go get the tiebreaker against Houston. Have the tiebreaker against Buffalo. Sweep New England. If you take what you've been exposed by, correct it, improve, evolve, okay, then this misery might be worth it long term. But right now, I don't know how even me, the most optimistic of Jets fans, can have any faith or trust in this coaching staff to evolve, to exploit the other team. I feel like there's no film being watched. I feel like there's no progression. I feel like there's no evolution. You're getting beat by the same plays this week that you got beat by last week with leaving Rodgers hung out to dry. I don't know. I don't know how anyone can say that. And that is coming from me, who gets ridiculed by the chat for always being so positive. I don't have that faith at this moment today in saying that we're going to be able to turn things around. I totally forgot to call her back today. Fuck. For those of you who are in Central Jersey or willing to travel, next Monday Night Football, I will be hosting a watch party either at Woodbridge Brewing Company. That's the place I'm starting. The lady called me today, and I was out to lunch after the game, and I told her I'd call her back, and I came home and I fell asleep, and I never did. So I'm going to stop there tomorrow. I should have some plans for that. I know it's short notice, but for those of you not going to the game at home, let's get together. Let's hug and cry in misery together. Well, Carly, good for you. The Woodbridge Brewing Company, which is right next to the Woodbridge train station, easy to get to from New York City, I might add, is a quarter mile down the road from the Rio Diner. Yep, Jaden's been there. Hey, man, lady friend wanted to go out to lunch after the game. I go out to lunch with her after the game. Clancy's a dick. Well,
Here's
then you
what
know
I
what?
will say.
Enjoy the picture of the Rio Diner and never go. That's you. That's you. I don't do New Jersey. That's how I read it. I don't do New Jersey.
We know this. Here's
Yeah,
what
David.
I'll say about the Bills. We're gonna get a break on their defense is not as good as the ones that we faced. They give up 21 points a game, as evidenced with the Texans today. Just not as good a defense that we've played against the past 5 weeks. And if our defense holds up the way it should, given 16 points a game, points, not putting in that the defense scoring a pick six, we should win that game. We should.
You're right. I do want to call out some of you here in the chat, all 69 of you. 5th time tonight I've looked and seen 69 in the chat, so thank you for that. But
Play that number.
throw a like. We only got 50 likes, and there's 69 of you in there watching right now. It's free to support the channel. It helps.
The algorithm.
Yeah. Show some love. There's 71 of you watching right now. We should have 70 likes because we know Alan doesn't like anything except negativity. What's up, Tom? Yes, the magic number. Some people talk magic number with baseball. Gator coming in. Gator coming in. We get fined by the NFL because he's shooting from the hip. It's laughable that these clowns are actually playing for first place next week. If they lose, I want Saleh and Hacky Ballsack fired, elevate the staff, and chase after John Gruden. We need surgery. I get it. A Band-Aid's not fixing this at this point.
Ooh, you want Spider Y Banana, don't you?
Hell yeah.
Have you watched this YouTube show?
I've seen the clips of it with the fireman Ed. I love that guy. That was for Thursday
it's very enjoyable.
Yeah.
He always had a good personality. Chucky always had a good personality.
Great personality.
Absolutely.
I
Yes, sir,
don't know.
Ted. Same as my shirt.
Yeah, there you go. That's a sign.
Ed with a good one there.
That's a sign. All right, we're at 56 likes. Come on, people. Get some likes
Let's
up there.
go.
Let's hit 100.
Let's go.
We've beat Josh Allen and the Bills the last 2 times at this stadium with Zach Wilson at quarterback. I don't see why there's any reason we can't line up and beat them. We're built to beat them. Other teams might give us problems. But Josh Allen completed 9 passes today. I expect to see a lot of Cook getting handoffs. Expect to see a lot of Cook swing passes. I think we can make their wide receivers disappear. I do worry about Kincaid, but if we got Sherwood and Quincy in there, I'm less worried. If Mosley's in there, I'm more worried. So, but go ahead. I got to use the bathroom. I will throw it to you, sir. The airwaves are yours. Chat, be kind. I'll be back.
All right. Put my shirt on full screen for everyone to see. So, just to continue on the Bills, their defense, run-of-the-mill defense, they're about 12th in the league in rushing defense, and they're missing quite a few people due to injuries on defense. Most notably, Matt Milano, obviously from the beginning of the season. which if he would have still been in the defense would have been, fire. And their pass defense is not that great either. I mean, gone are the days of Trey White. He's not coming through those doors in the back, in the backfield and stuff like that. They still have some decent safeties, but this is a team looking forward that we could run the ball on and pass the ball on, and we just need to get corrective in terms of a game plan that is different than the last 5 weeks, because that has not been working for us. So, Robert Saleh, I plead with you and Nate Hackett and whatever other brain trusts of the offense to come together and stop running the freaking ball up the gut for 3 yards and a cloud of dust. You are ruining a very, very talented Breece Hall psychologically. When you do stuff like that, it can't help his psyche, because he's thinking to himself, man, I'm not getting no run. I'm not, why? Because they're not putting you in the right positions to be successful. Part of the game is putting your players in the right positions to be successful. If it doesn't work the first time, don't run it up the gut again a second time. It is not successful. So if you're watching this, which you're probably not, you need to put Breece Hall. Listen, Breece Hall is kin to Roger frickin' Craig. Yes, that Roger Craig from the 49ers. Okay? He has that DNA in his blood. 1,000 yard season in receiving and rushing. Should be in the Hall of Fame. Put that man in positions to accentuate his talent. Not up the middle looking for a hole with a makeshift offensive line right now that is injured or young or not ready to block the defensive, the talented defensive fronts that they've been seeing, or dictate these plays that has the defensive coordinators and a smart Mike linebacker back there saying, hey, I'm going, let's bring the safeties up. Let's put 8 in the box. They're just going to run it up the middle. We have to be smarter than that. We have to be smarter than that. We have to put plays together. Where are the jet sweeps? You got talented people that can do different things. You can put, split back sets and put both Breece Hall and Braylon Allen back there. You can put Ruckert back there. Malachi Corley was a healthy scratch today, but in past games, you could have put Malachi Corley back there. He's the Yak King, right? Split them out. Do some motion. There's several things that this offense can do because we have the talent to do it. And it'll protect Aaron Rodgers at the same time, because I haven't seen Aaron Rodgers do any play action.
It's been a week. It's been a while.
Game. That's his game. Aaron Rodgers, a pitcher has a specialty pitch in baseball, a curveball or sinker.
Yeah. Imagine Mariano going out to pitch and not throwing a cutter.
Yeah, absolutely. So the fact that we've been bereft in him doing any kind of play action, it boggles my mind.
Yeah, it's true. That's just a good point. There's no time for it. But I don't get how you have 4 premium round picks and Simpson on the line. You got to put Ruckert in and then maybe let Ruckert be a lead back and block. Run some I formation with Ruckert, and then you set up the play action. I don't know. As a coach, there's so many goddamn things that you can improve upon. You cannot let players in defense in the NFL today play free without getting them to take a false step, to get them to freeze for a second. And when I say false step, it's a misdirection, right? You get them where they step to the right and now they got to come back. That one step that they take allows your guy to take 2 more steps to get out into space. And that's how you create the separation, right? And when they say they spun a cornerback around, that cornerback is taking 3 steps to get out of that spin when you plant, and now you're getting those 3 steps of separation. When you make people take false steps, that's how you get your ability to catch and run. I don't know why we can't design plays to get guys the ball and catch and run situations. Go look at the fucking 49ers. Go look at Miami. Go look at the Vikings. Go look at teams steal some of their plays. It's a copycat league. You know why? Because when one team does something that exploits something, other teams do it as well. Hey. No, Chris, it's not hard. That's what she said. Not today. It's not. Not today.
You're just giving defenses a loaded gun, and when you don't.
Whoa, hold on. We don't want to get a 15-yard.
No penalties.
Hold up.
Yeah. When they know what you're doing before you do it because you're so predictable.
Yeah.
You might as well tell them the plays. You might as well give them your playbook.
You're right. This pistol with Brees behind, it's going to be a run.
Yeah.
You know it. It's very, very obvious. And instead of me yelling, ranting, and raving and cursing, I wanted to gift the membership and then give back to you fantastic people. And I went to Golden Slums media page. Thank you, Mr. Golden Slums. I don't want to be angry and yelling and ranting and raving. I get people are mad. I get people are angry.
There was a play. There was one play last week, and it actually worked in the Denver game. Right? It was a freaking RPO that Aaron Rodgers did, where he kept the ball.
Ran for like 8 and slid,
and
right?
Ran for 8 yards. Old ass Aaron Rodgers on a Achilles ran. It worked. Why did it work? Because they were not expecting it. Because they thought they were going to get vanilla up the middle.
Christ. You want to hear consistency, VR? Brees Hall, 9 carries, 23 yards, 2.6 a carry. Braylon Allen, 5 carries, 13 yards, 2.6 a carry. 14 carries for 36 yards with a Hall of Fame left tackle, a second-round center, a first-round right guard, and a first-round right tackle.
And as I said earlier,
Michael Clemens got a sack?
Yeah, he did. He did.
I'm looking at the stats now if you haven't figured that out yet.
No, I see. Yeah, he got a sack.
Whoa.
Yep.
Did Sam just fall and he touched them, or did he beat somebody and get there?
No, he beat somebody. He actually was in there doing the MC Hammer. He was he had a couple of plays where he flashed.
And I don't know, man. I don't get it. I
Well, it can't
don't get
continue.
I don't
It
get
can't
why
continue.
they can't get it going. I don't. Sam has looked incredible this year. You made Sam look like Sam. 14 of 31, no touchdowns, an interception. I did see the play where Mullins comes in and throws one up on the sideline. Like, what the fuck?
Ridiculous. At the beginning of the show, you talked a little bit about Sauce, and I wanted to chime in about that.
Please.
So I'm going to play a little bit of devil's advocate in regards to how he's doing so far.
Do you mind if I just recap for those that may have missed it, what I said, so
Yes,
they know what you're speaking to?
Yeah, please,
Okay.
please do.
So if you want to beat Sauce, you just do double moves. Because what I've seen from Sauce lately, Sauce will hold you not to get beat or embarrassed. And he'll rather take the penalty or the chance of no penalty being called than being beaten outright on the route. And what I've seen this year, I don't think it's crazy to start throwing the word overrated out. I don't. He doesn't get any turnovers. He doesn't make any game-changing plays. He's a liability in the run and the open field tackling. Granted, his tackling's a little bit better this year, but I also think people are targeting to get out towards him in that situation and put him in that situation where he's got to make business decisions, right? I need game-changing plays. And I don't see that from Sauce. And now the only time I'm seeing him is I'm seeing negative. Oh, Golden Slums. Thanks, man. No problem, brother. Hope you enjoy the membership. And thanks for supporting the channel and being a member of the channel. So that's what I said earlier. Little Cliff Notes version. So VR, go ahead.
So all I will say, just to kind of play a little devil's advocate on that, I was on a show earlier today talking about, my experience playing defensive back, whether that was cornerback or safety, and kind of a little historical reference and purview on the position and how it's changed now. One of the things that I mentioned was that, when Revis played, he played press man. There wasn't a lot of zone. If it was a bracketed zone that was very, very close to the line. And that's not what cornerbacks play now. They play 3 deep zones. Some of it is bracketed. Everyone is responsible for an area and that kind of thing. And I think that hurts a lot of talented cornerbacks, and in particular Sauce, because Sauce is not going up against the defender directly. So the other thing that I mentioned earlier was that as a cornerback and as a wide receiver, the wide receiver just on foundational defense alone is going to have the upper hand, because the wide receiver knows where they're going and the cornerback does not know where the wide receiver is going. So if you take it from that perspective, the wide receiver is always going to have the advantage. Now, the way that you stop that advantage is that you control the wide receiver at the line. But if you're not playing that kind of defense, but if you're not playing that kind of defense, then the wide receiver is going to have the advantage every single time, and you have to catch up. You're always playing catch up. Sauce usually does good on the just kind of normal to better than average wide receivers, but he got cooked today because it's Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson is the best wide receiver in the league. And guess what? The guy on the other side, Jordan Addison, he's pretty good too.
Yeah.
Above average. So I say that to say today he got cooked. And his name is Sauce, so that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But that's just in respect to him. He's still has been holding down that position. If you look at the yardage that he's been giving up and the penalties that he has, the PIs and stuff like that, and holding calls, they're not as high as you would think if you look at it over 5 games.
Okay.
Those are just a couple of points.
I appreciate it. That's what I like. If you know, we throw takes out and counter them. I guess on a defense where we very rarely take the ball away, unless it's Eccles having a Jordan game where he's just making play after play, and like he did in Tennessee.
Oh yeah, that was a good game.
Then I don't know where the turnovers are coming from. We're not getting sack fumbles. If we're going to give this guy the biggest contract, and everyone expects him to have the biggest cornerback contract after this season, right, an extension to kick in into year 5, I need the turnovers. You know, and listen, I love a cornerback who plays man-to-man, gets up in your face, takes you off your route, disrupts the timing between quarterback and, hiccups, between quarterback and receiver, and makes the offense uncomfortable. I see too many times a comfort level against us. Now, sure, we only gave up 16 points on defense. I'm not roasting the defense. I'm not blaming the defense. Please don't think that. But you take a field goal away, or if Salah kicks a field goal earlier in the game and we make it, now we only need a field goal at the end instead of a touchdown. Like,
that's a good point. Yeah,
there's moments in the game, whether it's 11 minutes into the game or everyone always focuses on the end. But if we kick that field goal earlier in the game, we only need a field goal at the end to go to overtime, and we have all the momentum in the world. So I'm not blaming the defense. I'm just saying if the offense is struggling, you need a little more out of other areas, right? Like a big game-changing play that didn't happen was the punt hitting Irv Charles's tricep shoulder instead of it hitting the Viking player that we thought we recovered, right?
Right.
It's just a game of inches, and I have no idea how, when you haven't been able to successfully run the ball in 2 weeks, you come out on a 4th down and run the ball right up the middle and don't even get to the line of scrimmage.
After a momentum shift.
Why wouldn't you play action that, give Rodgers tiered options, or maybe even to run it at that point? If they're going to sell out for the run thinking that we're doing it, you play off of that. You play chess, right? I don't know.
I mean, and that's a good point too, because right after a momentum shift, when we stop them on 4th down, we go down and drive, and we're starting to drive, and then we have that 4th down play, and then they stop us, and then that just kills the momentum, altogether. I mean, you could argue that if we didn't get that roughing the kicker call, that we wouldn't have scored points from the drive that we eventually got from that 15-yard roughing the kicker call that we got.
What does this mean?
Sauce downfall was his vouching of sketch.
What does that even mean?
Is that like something the kids say now or whatever? Like that's Riz or?
You're asking the wrong kid. I'm a kid. I got parents. My mom's still here. I have no fucking idea what this sentence means.
Please explain.
Okay, all right, wait. I got to tag in my stepson. Jaden, translate this for 2 older guys.
Skibbity toilet? I mean, I don't know.
Dalt. What's up, Dalt? He's some
Twitch stream. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Sauce is definitely a Twitch.
The goofy little kid who had the all right, Nate, here we go. Now all the millennials are coming in.
Okay, there we
Game
go.
coming in is gamer drama. All right. Thank you, younger generation. Sometimes We got to pass the baton of knowledge back and forth. Sometimes those elders pass you some knowledge down. Other times with this new internet generation, oh wow, that escalated quickly. He's gay. All right.
Okay. He's a troll too. He's a troll online as well.
A gay
Sauce.
troll? Oh my lord.
Gay troll. I don't know about gay troll, but he's a troll.
I mean, I'm not judging him, but if they said he's a gay streamer, and then I don't know how this all ties together with Sauce. I'm really effing confused.
I mean,
but
everyone's accepted. No
congratulations. There's always a comment of the night, and indirectly, you made the comment of the night because it's made me so confused right now. Help me with my 9-track after the stream, you son of a bitch. Nate. Why don't you worry about not giving up a lead in the 9th inning? Oh, how about that? How you like them apples, Mets fan?
Those are fighting words.
Oh yeah, I've met Barney a couple times. Barney's old as fuck. Barney's old.
Barney's my dude, though. Barney's my dude. He's so positive. 2 plays from 4-1. I hear you. I see you. Did you see my analogy, Barney, where I said, yeah, but I'm wanting, bro. I mean, like, you're giving me caviar dreams, and I'm stuck here with a fillet of fish.
We didn't have. Oh, I'm sorry. You tied it up. My bad, Nate. I don't watch the National League. I don't watch minor league baseball. Forgive me.
Go Yankees.
Yes. Yeah, all the youngins are uniting. They're texting us their feelings. That's how they outrage.
Texting, no periods. Remember, no periods. That generation does not like periods in texting.
Well, they don't use one period. They'll put 5 periods to say this is the end of a thought and then go into their next one. Yankees can't field a grounder, and you know it. You know why? Because sometimes the ball hops, and when you have 27 rings, it's hard to move your hands around.
I was going to say that's what she said.
Nate could start playing MLB right now. He would have to play until the year 2049, winning every single World Series to finally beat the Yankees.
Put Carly's comment up.
49. Oh my God, Carly, that's horrible.
It's serious, man. It's serious.
Who would do that, Carly?
I'm telling you, man. Don't do it.
The period of death. And for a woman, every month they probably say this is the period of death. Who would have known that it came through that?
Yes, sir.
Sorry,
Next
Carly.
one, Barney.
Sorry, Carly.
Preseason. Let's go.
Please forgive me, Carly. Yes, Jersey Jet. Here we go. Now
those are fighting words. Those are fighting words. Those are wait, let me where's my
Well, Nate, we don't need our infield to play defense because we give up so many home runs. So that's how do you defeat the Yankees' bad defense in the infield? You just pitch home runs.
Were you kind of scared last night, though? A little? Just a little bit? A little Yankees talk?
No.
I
fell asleep for a fucking hour.
Okay. Oh, well.
Baseball puts me to sleep. I fell asleep when they were down, and I woke up 9:45. I woke up around 9:45 with Weaver on the mound, and he already had 1 out in the 9th. That's how you watch baseball stress-free. You fall asleep for the 6th, 7th, and 8th inning. That's my life hack.
Yeah, Weaver's looking great, too. Don't you know?
That's a good question. Would you rather bet on Sauce catching a wide-open INT or Judge getting a big hit in the playoffs?
Oh, crap.
Hey, everybody, wave goodbye to Nate from this channel. Everyone, blow him kisses, wave goodbye, say bye, Nate.
That's a good question, though, Nate. That is a good question. I'll take Judge. I don't think Sauce is catching the interception this whole season.
Nick doesn't actually watch the Yankees. He just Nate. I've been through this a million times over the last 6-7 years. Baseball just doesn't do it for me anymore. It puts me to sleep, and I can't watch any baseball. It has nothing to do with the Yankees. I try every year. I try in April. Once college basketball ends, I'll get into baseball. And I'll get into it for April, and I'll get into it for May, and then June will hit, and I'm just like, I'm an adult. I can't keep taking naps every day. I got to do other shit.
There's 162 of those MFers.
Hell yeah. And God bless naps. Naps equal happiness. You know how happy I get if I get to take a nap. Oh, good question. Who has let more balls slip through their fingers, Sauce or Allen? Well, I will say this. Sauce doesn't get his hands on the balls. He likes to hold the body, the shaft. So I think we have to change the question, Gator.
I'm going to plead the fifth on that.
Oh, Carly, read this comment and emphasize the period at the end. All right, let me get a baseball update of what's going on today. Harley replied with a middle finger.
Good job.
All right, here's what we'll do for the watch party for the Buffalo Bills game. We'll go to Hoboken and we'll just stand at the river waving to Carly over New York since she doesn't do New Jersey.
Doesn't do New Jersey.
Doesn't do New Jersey. Cowboys Steelers tied at 3. Padres 7-1 right now over the Dodgers, which would tie the series up.
Ooh, Addison must be
Phillies
upset.
tied at 1. The Yankees and Major League Baseball said, hey, American League, you had 5 days off, but we're going to give you 1 game and 1 day off. Horrible. Horrible. I get it. You're afraid to go up against the NFL. You want your higher rated games on Monday against 1 game. I don't get it. I get it, but I don't get it. And where the hell is Charles Gorman? Because I need to have a discussion about this fucking Joker movie being a musical. What the fuck?
He's working on his review as we speak. I knew that was a musical, and I said no, thank you. As much as I love the Joker, no, thank you.
I get it.
He's one of my favorite anti-heroes. And I call him an anti-hero even though he's a villain.
I mean, don't get me, I like villains, but
you catch the Penguin show yet?
I don't watch shows until they're over.
Oh my goodness.
At season 1, I'm sure it's good, but listen,
dude,
man, I'm 45. I'm diabetic. I've had a heart attack. I've lost a big toe. I'm not starting a series because I can't guarantee I'm going to be here in 5 or 6 years when it finishes. You
dude,
got a
so
show
far,
that finishes? Give it to me.
Dude,
you said.
Chef's kiss so far. It's like the Penguin is Tony Soprano. Let me just put it like that. That's what I'll say.
Charles called in today to Jake, opened with, "Hold on, Jake, I'm watching the Giants game." I got to admit, though, shout out to Jake, because I feel that Jake has, like, sometimes timing is everything. And I feel that sometimes he puts people on at the worst time, which makes it the best time.
Funny. The
like
funniest.
The timing is
everything. Yes.
Hey, Alan, congratulations. With some of your takes, I hope the big D is in you too on Saturday night, my friend. But thank you for the memberships before. That was very, very kind of you.
Always a good sport. Love Alan. He's a good guy.
I'm not going that far.
that's
I'm not going that
that's my dude,
far.
man.
I'm
Come on.
appreciative of the memberships and the
I'm not gonna go that far, right? You want to give a rundown real quick of the Buffalo Bills and keys to the game, in your opinion?
Go ahead. You want to kick it off?
Yeah, sure. So I already mentioned about the Bills and their defense. So their run defense is better than their pass defense. So we need to be creative. We need to be exotic on offense.
We lost. We lost. There goes that game. 2-4. Welcome to
we need to fire. We need to fire Hackett so that we can be creative, and that's what we need to do. Is it going to happen? I don't know, but we need to utilize Breece Hall and Braylon Allen like the Buffalo Bills utilize James Cook. If we could do that, maybe steal some of their film and some of their playbook and run it up against them that way, maybe we'll get somewhere. But they're 12th in the league in rush defense, yards per game. So they're not a pushover, but they're not as hard as some of the defenses that we've played. Now their pass defense, they're 20th or 19th or 20th. So again, it's kind of the same blueprint that I said before. If we could pass the ball to establish the run, kind of backwards in the beginning, the West Coast offense is full of plays that are high percentage throws, high percentage plays.
Yeah.
They're either slants, curls, screens, or stick nods. I mean, like, it doesn't get easier than the West Coast offense to have ball control for high percentage passing.
Yeah. You're right.
The one thing I wish they would do is move Garrett Wilson around. That's another thing that I wish they would do. I wish they would move Garrett Wilson, put him in the slot, put him in the X, put him in the Z. And I think that would help the offensive play. At least give the defense a sense of an exotic look, moving him around. Sort of like on defense when you kind of like move the best player around the defense. Just kind of like the Joker role. Do that in the offense. Put Garrett Wilson in the backfield.
Oh, shit. I didn't realize.
Snap the ball to him.
That's my fault we lost. I haven't worn the helmet hat yet. The helmet hat is good luck.
Oh.
That's my fault. You know what? I'll break it out for Monday night.
Okay.
We'll have it.
That's it right there. Gotta have it. On defense, we gotta stop Allen. I mean, as simple as that. He can't break contain. He can't break the pocket. There can't be any breakdown plays where he runs from the pocket for 20 yards. You can't have him stepping up in the pocket or moving around because he's just that. I mean, he's just that guy. He knows what to do with it. He has the legs to do it. That's where he kills us. He doesn't kill us with his passing. He kills us with his legs. He kills us with his strength. And it's always a breakdown in the defense. And he takes advantage of that soft middle and runs up the gut for 15, 20 yards. If we can stop that, we can stop the Bills. Simple as that on offense. because he's not going to pass the ball on our defense.
Yeah.
It's just not going to happen. So those are my two keys.
I mean, I agree heavily with the first one. You got to make them one-dimensional. You got to make Josh Allen a thrower. You can't put them in third and shorts where he's doing RPO and he's getting those little first down runs, extending drives. I don't fear anyone in their passing attack. Kincaid and Cook would be the two that I do. I think everyone else we can eliminate fairly easily. You don't have to worry about doubling anyone. Got to get some turnovers. Josh Allen will throw them, especially coming off of two bad performances in a row. He will look to press, and he will get impatient, and he will make mistakes. That's been his entire career. He's never evolved into a smart quarterback. He always presses. He wants to highlight plays. He wants to shoot 40-foot threes, but he's Shaq shooting 40-foot threes, not Steph Curry. Shout out to Stack, who rhymes with Shaq, unplanned. Thanks for checking in on me, Nick. Good job. I am here. Sorry for being late. All the AFC East sucks. We do. Thank you for supporting the channel, good sir. I appreciate you.
Shit. Are we the worst division? Are we the worst division in the NFL, the AFC East? Jeez, I think we are.
I mean, in terms of overall record, we might be.
Even Jacksonville won today, so the South is not that bad.
Well, I mean, when you got two dog shit teams like the Dolphins and the Patriots, right? Like, it's going to look worse. You know, we don't look great, but, you know, we've lost to San Francisco on the road. You know, the Denver loss is bad, but we lost to Minnesota today on a game where we made their offense look worse than it's looked all year. So there's no style points in the NFL. Losses are losses, but I don't think we're awful.
I just top to bottom. I mean, like Buffalo looked like trash today. So, I mean, they're the top of the division. And then, you know, the Patriots are on the bottom of the division. Yeah, the whole division just looks disarray.
Kim, I semi-agree with you here, but I'm going to give a little bit of pushback on this statement, Kim. We have the home field advantage, but Buffalo fans, I've been at the last two. They travel really well to this game. And Jets fans are fickle. And coming off of two losses in a row, a lot of those fans are going to put up the tickets for sale. And they're not going to go to this game. They're going to say, fuck this team. I'm not going. And I'm actually going to check the price of tickets now because coming off of two losses, I expect them to be dropped. Oh, wow. They're still at $141 a ticket for the cheapest ones.
Especially a Monday night game. Especially a Monday night game because people have to go to work. People have to go to work the next day.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. But I don't know. Just fucking beat this team. If you won the last two with Zach Wilson at home, you have to be able to win this.
if there was one surprise thing in this game, one X factor that can put us over the top, what would you say is that X factor?
Trading for Devontae.
and having him ready to play.
I don't think they could cover us as is. If all right, a couple things popping into my head all at once. Does Morgan Moses come back?
Yeah.
Can we pass block? Can we get our playmakers the ball in space for catch and run? That needs to be primary focus of the game plan. Is like, okay, we don't want Rodgers throwing 54 times. Why are we throwing 54 times? Because everything's catch and get tackle. You know,
Right.
if you get a catch at 7 yards and you take it 65 yards, there's the drive. You don't need 8 throws to get downfield on a drive. You don't need 12 throws on a drive if you can hit a home run. I just feel that it's not. I don't know. It's crazy to me. No, Nobby's not going to give them a clue, but it is going to give Rodgers somebody else he's in sync with. You think he wants to go to Alan Lazard on third and goals? No, but it's somebody that he's in sync with. Now take somebody of Devontae's talent and he's in sync with that guy. He's going to him in those situations. And now it pushes Garrett Wilson down to against the number 2 cornerback, in my opinion. Or you have Devontae against the number 2, and you have a favorable matchup time and time again. So it's a positive domino effect instead of the negative domino effect. You don't want to go to Lazard. Now you put him in there. Now when you go 4 wide and you got Mike Williams and Devontae and Lazard and Garrett in the slot with Brees or Braylon in the backfield, now you got guys who can attack and who can get open and know how to read.
Michael Carter also got injured today, and so we need him back.
I heard that. Tell me, please.
No, he got injured right at the beginning of the game, and they didn't really say exactly what the injury was. So I'll need to check for the updates, but that has to happen. He needs to be out in that field.
Who played the slot? Who played the nickel when he was out? Was it Eccles?
Eccles.
He went into the nickel?
Yep.
And then what happened when Sauce went out? Because Sauce went out for a bit. Sauce returned, Nicky
Then
told
they
me.
put they put Eccles out in this. Yeah, they put him out in the
And then who came in?
boundary. Yeah, and then
Oliver got
Isaiah Oliver came in, and he did a really good job. Actually, he did a really good job.
He got injured during warm-ups? What the fuck?
Yeah, like I said, it was early on. It was like Michael.
Does anyone know what got injured? Does anybody know what the injury was?
I'm gonna check. Hamstring.
All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate you. Which sucks because that lingers.
Yeah, hamstring.
Alan, we normally don't do call-ins on Sunday. We usually do 2 hours. If I stay on for overtime, we'll open it up. But that's not the format on Sunday. The call-ins are other nights throughout the week, pal. But I do appreciate the membership gifting today. It's still very kind of you.
Yeah, thanks, Alan.
Oh, right. I almost put that comment up. So I'm not doing overtime tonight. I'm still beat. We're gonna wrap it up here.
Yeah.
Let's start bringing in the fantastic. What did we learn? I'm sure these will be all positive. None of you have anything negative to say. The New York fan is always a very positive, optimistic, forward-thinking fan.
Absolutely.
I almost wanted to say Boomtown, drop yours, because once Boomtown drops his, I really don't read anyone else's, and it's a wrap. But I will give our distinguished chat a few minutes. I'll give them 2 minutes to put in their what did we learn, and then we'll wrap it up.
Yeah, I just want to quickly say if anyone is in Florida like me, there's a storm that's coming, and just be vigilant and prepare. because they're looking like it's going to be a doozy. So if you're in Florida, go to the American Red Cross. They have the hurricane list of things that you should prepare with. They're usually really good with that. It's a downloadable PDF file. But some of the things like batteries and water, at least 3 days worth of water. Stock your fridges and get like perishable foods. Make sure you get gasoline in your car, and make sure that you have extra gasoline and tanks if you can do that. So just all the things to get ready or whatever, and in case the power goes out or things of that nature. I'm in Florida. I'm near Daytona Beach, so it's not coming in on our side, but the storm is so big that it will affect all of Florida. So just wanted to put that PSA out there, that message, before I get out of here.
Thank you. Good call. You had a little bit of power issues today. We didn't know if they were going to persist or if you'd be able to get on the show here. Yeah, it's a rough time of year down there, man. And you got my love and support. Anything you need, reach out. And best of luck to everybody down there. My good friend Alona, her daughter's coming up with the grandkids. They're supposed to fly out on Saturday, the 12th. And all right. Jersey Jet, I got you. I just saw it popped up. Sorry, I'm multitasking. I'm watching Josh Allen get side-eye from Diggs. Did you see Diggs give side-eye to Josh? Like he gave him out of the corner of the eye after they shook hands at the end of the game?
Yeah.
Diggs absolutely had 82 yards receiving. The entire Buffalo wide receiver core had 76. I also learned a little breaking news that according to the Wall Street Journal, Victor Bout, who the United States gave up for Brittany Griner, is already back in business and manufactured a $10 million deal giving assault weapons to a terrorist group in Yemen. So, hooray, America. You got your basketball player back. Forgive me. I digress. I learned we're defeated when Nick doesn't eat a Big Mac. Yes, we are defeated. Not undefeated, defeated. Oh, thank you, VR, for gifting a membership. Went to
One for
Mr.
the road.
Love Bites. Thank you, sir. You're a good man. Good man. Appreciate you. Oh, where are we here? All right. I got to get back into what did we learn. I got Jaden. Armand learned the Jets need to learn from the Mets on how to come together and start to win. I would much rather them learn from the Yankees or the Cardinals or the Dodgers, teams with imminent long-term success, not one game. I learned Nick ended a friendship for the use of a period. Yes, I've had some periods ruin some relationships for me, but now it's time to turn the tables. Yeah, Gator, to you and everyone else down in Florida, Ted, Ricky, and all of our Jets family down there. Keep your head up. Nick, what will happen first? Will Diddy be freed from prison or will the Jets finally win a playoff game? Ooh. Oh, man. I will go with the highest paying odds because I am a gambler. And I will say it's a push. It happens on the same day.
On the same day.
Stack learned we need to keep the faith. Only one game out of first. I mean, if we win, we're half a game out, right? If we win, we have the half a game lead. We lose, we're 2 out. It's a huge game next Monday night.
Huge game, yep.
I have learned that I feel bad, very, very bad for all our Jets brothers and sisters that went out there to come back home with a loss. Salute to all of you. You know what, though? Getting to hang out with all the Jets fans worldwide and all the tremendous videos and clips and pictures and feedback we got in the Discord from Rick Kent and Lee Van being out there and my buddy
And
James
Jake.
from the tailgate, Jake, and a lot of others. Frank West, who was Santa, Green Santa, was out there.
Yep.
He was great. I got to message him tomorrow.
Gotham City crew.
Yeah, they were out there.
We're out there. Yeah.
One more time
It's
for
really
any
nice.
of you in Central Jersey. Next Monday night, Woodbridge with a B, not Woodridge up by the stadium. Woodbridge. I'm going to host a watch party for the Jets Bills Monday night game. Reach out to me if interested. If you aren't going to the game and you're like, hey, you know what? I don't want to suffer alone. I want to suffer with other people. If your misery loves company, come join us. Not you, Alan, everyone else. I put my email. Shoot me an email if you're not in the Discord group. If you are in the Discord group, pay attention in there. I'll create a tab for it, see who's coming. I'll try to get some I got to talk to the lady, Stephanie, at the place, see if we can get some maybe food deals, depending on how many people we have. But keep an eye out for that. I learned that you can go to Costco and get fresh made subs rather than go to Subway, and it's cheaper and served with fresher ingredients every day. Very good. It's
I like that.
good. Saving money in this awful economy is always a good thing. Infrared, I've also learned that I don't feel bad for people that live down south dealing with the hurricanes. I'm over it.
Okay. Everybody is entitled to their opinion.
In unrelated news, the 411 is now looking for a new show producer.
Yeah.
Totally unrelated. I mean, so
breaking news.
Breaking news. New producer needed. It's not nice, Infrared. Carly learned that most of you guys don't have working smoke detectors. Oh, maybe Carly, it's just you're so hot that yours goes off all the time. I did a little Southern Cal douchebag voice for that one. I thought I delivered it pretty well. Jersey Jet, I learned my nieces might think I hate them, period. He typed the word period out. Jersey, I did get your friend request, and I will add you as soon as the show's over and I get on Discord. Kim, people are going to start talking about us, girl. What's up? Kim learned that Nick and I both fall asleep to baseball games. Nice. That sounds like the perfect date night. What do you want to do? Netflix and chill? Hell no. Baseball and nap, motherfucker.
And wake up in the ninth.
I learned that Jake relearned that Jake loves watching this show. And as he said a couple weeks ago, it's your favorite content creator's favorite content show. Jake here in the chat all night, even though he's just copy and pasted this sentence 50 times for most of his comments.
He's spamming.
He's here.
Spam in the chat.
It might be on auto post every 3 minutes, but it's consistent. And to my knowledge, it is Jake. So I'm not going to knock against it. Knob Deep learned it's time to abandon hope on the Rogers experiment. It was a nice dream while it lasted. Aw, man. Josh Allen with Allen's name. Well done. Oh, Bonesy countering more like Alan Lazard, always dropping everything. Nice.
Dropping passes.
Jay countering with Alan Lazard is Jerry Rice compared to Alan. Blitz loves that Jake is relentless with Alan. Love bites. I learned that Jake has more feelings towards Alan than he has for Carly.
Period.
Period. Yeah, how do you not say period? Knob just learned there's a hurricane headed towards his parents and he needs to call them. See, we're not all dick jokes here. Sometimes we give useful information, but please, reach out to them. I learned Carly will never step foot in Jersey unless obligated. I learned that Carly will not step foot in New Jersey unless kidnapped.
I was gonna say obligated. What obligation? A funeral? A wedding?
The people down south make fun of us for being in the snow. I wish we had 3 months worth of snow. We barely got 3 inches of snow the whole winter last year. Infrared, your weather reports are completely off today. Completely off. Now you got me mad. I wish we had 3 months worth of snow. It's not like we're up in Canada. They're the snow capital of the world.
Who are you getting weather reports from? Kermit the Frog and shit?
Yeah.
Ho!
Yes. Baseball and nap over Netflix and chill.
I like it.
Jake, are you flying back today? Is that why you're staying up? Heading to
Pulling
the
an
airport?
all-nighter?
Are you fresh out of there today? My Uber driver just told me that Alan is a fraud. Alan's fraudulence is internationally known on the microphone. I like it.
Did he say it in an English accent? Alan?
Not your best English accent, but it's tough to just say one word in an accent. It's tough. Usually you do a sentence and you get into a flow mid-sentence, right? Like you correct it as you go. You're like, Alan.
Alan. Tea and crumpets.
Ooh, Woody Allen. Controversy.
Uh-oh. That's what she said.
Nice. Any more? Padres, 6 home runs tonight. Adirondack Fly Guy learned that even with one of the greatest QBs of all time, I will never see a Jets Super Bowl.
Keep the faith. Keep the faith.
Gator learned that they sell blue Jets hats and yellow Jet shirts.
They do.
Jesus
They absolutely
Lord.
do.
I went to bed at 5 a.m. yesterday. Woke up at 8 a.m. Haven't been to bed. 7 a.m. flight back to New York City. Going to Yankee game tonight.
Wow.
Jake, when I grow up, I want to be you. And also, in case you forgot, Alan is a fraud.
That was from the Uber driver.
Yes. Jake, put that in the tip and the comment for the Uber driver and screenshot that and send it to me. Any comments on this ride? Alan is a fraud. Yeah. Safe travels, Jake, and everybody coming back over. Safe travels, man. Hopefully no delays.
Knob is late on your joke.
Yeah. But I do feel good about it knowing that Knob picked up on the same exact thing.
Where's Boom?
I didn't call for it yet. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. Boomtown, drop your what did we learn? Lot of hate today towards the Jets. So this is probably going to be a little of a sad what did we learn? But I do think we mix in enough humor, and Boom is great at note-taking, and we'll put a wonderful twist on it. And always put a smile on everyone's face. Absolutely. I learned that the best views of New York are from Jersey at Carly Fleischer. All right, here we go. Boomtown. I learned VR is the best and worst co-host. Tonight, VR is supporting the Brazil Jets. Keith Carter is a poop emoji. Sala is a steaming pile of horse manure. VR makes a great yellow traffic light. Bonus, VR says fuck Robert Sala's toothpaste. Alan Avatal is a victimized jabroni. Interesting that Hughes Johnson and Sarah gifted back-to-back. Real son over stepson. Shenanigans magic number is 69. Double bonus. Vouching of sketch was definitely the downfall of Sauce. Do not send a period to Carly. Period. Right after it. I caught that. It's unclear at this time if more balls have slipped through Alan or Sauce's fingers. Tremendous. Well done. Well done. MC Mays, I learned I do not want to piss off Jake or he will hunt me down.
At least spam your name like 20 times.
Oscar says Nick reads Boom's chats at the perfect pace. I try to deliver it with a little emphases.
Yes, like that, like they're supposed to be read, like like
Yeah.
acting.
And the best part is I don't pre-read it. I just flow with it, and I know how I kind of recall. I have recall of what we talked about as I'm reading it, and I think I'm glad it got noticed, Oscar. Thank
It's
you.
a good flow. It's a good flow.
Pride myself in reading Boom's What Did We Learn. I feel he gives an A plus performance every show. So I feel that I have to read it in an A plus performance. I got to go above and beyond for Boom.
It deserves
who is the best. Who is the
Yes.
best? Tom, I just learned Nick is the ultimate showman. I try to entertain the masses. Try to put a smile on your guys' face. I'm sure there's a lot of anger, hostility, frustration with this team right now. I'm with you, but I don't want to be the South Park angry mob. Don't want to get you guys all fired up.
I think we turned a negative into a positive tonight. What do you think?
Trying. We're trying. So for those of you who are winding down at the end of the show and saying, rats, there's no call-ins, Discord party, I bought the Olivia cigar. They have it in Woodbridge here on Main Street at Main Street Cigars, and I'm so angry because the $22 cigar, which is $3 cheaper than in East Brunswick, I might add, is right here next to me at home base. I was going to smoke it when I got home, and I fell asleep for 2 hours. So, yeah. So anyone in New Jersey, next Monday night, October 14th, 7:30 start, or whenever you can get there. The Woodbridge train station is right next to it. Clancy, Weed, myself, we had a couple other Crossbeam, Jay Graves. Some of my friends might be showing up. My buddy Mike, who was at the game with us, sitting with us. Some other friends might come out. I invited a couple friends who are Buffalo Bills fans because they're good people and they're not dicks. So I figure we have a little party. We get together, we watch it, and go from there. So, big fella, I am the South Park King. Well, you know what, big fella, we can't have me and you as the two big fellas riled up at the same time. It's gotta be a seesaw. We gotta have balance. If I'm down, you're up. If I'm up, you're down. That's what she said. We know. But big fella, thank you for the super chat.
The primo. Let's go. The doppelganger.
And if you happen to be in Walmart, go into the book section. There's a new book that was released. It is the accomplishments of Kamala Harris, and it is nothing printed. It is 100 pages of blank paper, and there's video today of a guy in Walmart with it. I don't know why, but when I saw him mention bestseller, that clicked into my head that I saw that video earlier. I thought it was pretty funny. The guy's like, "What is this?" And he opens it, and he's at Walmart. There's like 3 of the books there. He's like, "I'm at Walmart, and this is here on the shelves." I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny that it even got printed. Hawk, good night, sir. Appreciate you. We will get through this. Listen, we're Jets fans. We might be fickle. We might be on a roller coaster, but we've been through rougher shit than this. There's been times we've gotten to December and we only have 2 wins. We have 2 wins now. I have a feeling that we'll get things going. The timing will get worked out. Protections will get better. Can't get worse. Oh, shit. Why did I say that? Why did I say that? Damn it. Oh, big fella coming in with another super chat. She catches more balls than sauce. Well, that's not saying much. That's not saying much. I catch more balls than sauce. No Diddy. No Diddy. VR, if you guys haven't already, check out VR's channel. VR, plug it. Go ahead. Hit them up.
The 411 on New York Sports. I want to thank Kim for noticing the short that I put up today with Elmo. Elmo is my Jets spirit, Muppet, so to speak. So Oscar the Grouch, I love you, but Elmo is my spirit Muppet, and anytime I see something funny like that, oh, were you trying to do Elmo just now? Was that you?
I was, but I had a fart, so I removed myself and muted it so nobody saw my fart face because I know that would get memed immediately by Oscar.
But the 411 on New York Sports, we have a show Friday at 6 p.m. with my nephew Johnny Boy, and our last show had James Woody. So if you didn't see it live, go ahead and catch that. It was bananas show, really funny, awesome time we had with James Woody from Boy Green and Woody. And next week we have Terrence, known in the community, in the Jets community. He's also someone that's in the music field as well. So we'll be talking about that. And hopefully we'll still have a show if the storm doesn't do anything with us, but also do 5-minute flashpoints on the show as well. And those are just, different points I have on Jets material. Sometimes I do it live and sometimes it's with Johnny Boy as well. So those are a few shows that we do on the 411 on New York Sports. And if you haven't caught Infrared Jets, who's in the chat, he's part of our team as well. He also does a show. I want to plug his channel as well. He does a show of Jets content on a weekly basis as well. So definitely something to catch. But my page is the 411.
And if you wanted to find Infrared right now, he's outside waving a flag, cheering on the Hurricane because he's a dick.
And see, even though he said everything about what he said in the South, I'm still going to plug his page because he's the homie. And
correction, former member of your team.
What did we learn today?
What did we learn today? That the 411 is looking for a new producer. Infrared is rooting for Hurricanes. Awesome. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Not the result that we wanted. Not the result that we wanted overseas. But to dress it up and be completely honest with you, it's not bullshit. I'm not lying to you. We win Monday night. We are in first place in the division. To be 3-3 and in first place in the division could be a blessing in disguise. You've been exposed. If you can correct those things and move forward and get a couple wins here in the next couple weeks against AFC opponents, that's what really matters most. We're 0-2 against the NFC. Doesn't hurt you when it comes tiebreaker time. So beat the Bills, beat the Steelers, beat the Patriots, and beat the Texans. Go 4-1 this month. Just find a way, get it done, make the improvements, make the adjustments. I think this defense is really gonna step up. I think this defense is uniting, and they're gonna do some really good things. And maybe we get some touchdowns from them. Sam Darnold pushing Quincy in the back may be the play of the game. You saved Quincy from getting a touchdown there. So we'll be back. I might be on Tuesday night. I'm not sure yet. I might make up a show this week. So maybe look for me in the middle of the week. Wednesday at 9, Thursday at 10, Tuesday night, a possibility. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for the memberships. Thank you for the super chats. Jersey Jet for becoming a member. Big Fella for the super chats. VR for the gifted memberships. Stack, Patty Grimes, Jay Quest, Jay Reeves, thank you for using your free monthly super chats and supporting the channel the way you guys do. Nathan Shells, the same. Alan for the memberships. Modine for the membership. You guys are all awesome. Appreciate all of you guys. Now check us out over in the DP. I'll be out in the garage smoking a cigar and be on in about 10 minutes. VR will be on his pillows. And ladies and gentlemen.
I'll show him the whole shirt.
Oh, wow.
This is a recreation of the shirt from 1991.
Nice. And Namdeep coming in at the buzzer with a super chat that says fire salad. Damn it, my brush. I dropped my brush. Nob, you lose Monday. It happens. I think you lose 3 in a
think
row.
so.
It happens.
Yeah, I think so.
Think it happens.
In season, yep.
And it'd be very unwoody like, but you need out of character things in an all in season. But I will say this, damn it. If you got to go ahead. I'm going to make a few more statements that he just triggered in my brain.
Okay.
It's up to you. No, I know you usually use 11 as your cutoff. I just thought of something else. I don't want to hold you up.
No. If you don't gotta, do anything else or whatever, I'll
Yeah, I'm just going to address
night.
a comment. I don't want to hold you up, brother. I know it's late.
Good night,
Take care.
everybody.
Thank
Love you guys. Stay safe. And always remember, the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world that he didn't exist. Just like that, he was gone.
Knob, you got my brain going. Fire Salah. But what are you going to do with Joe Douglas if Reddick's not in? You're going to fire a coach when you haven't given him all the pieces of the recipe? That's my question for you guys. How do you fire the coach when the general manager hasn't gotten an important piece in? That's a question to think about. I don't know. Joe Douglas hasn't gotten Hassan Reddick in-house. How do you fire the head coach until he's got everything he needs at his disposal? But the Jets can solve that question and many more that we have by just going out and winning the fucking game. Beat the Bills. Beat the Steelers. You got back-to-back running quarterbacks the next 2 weeks. You make Justin Fields a thrower. You make Josh Allen a thrower, and you win the game. Gator, I know, but somebody who can get home to the quarterback and maybe knock the ball out and change the game and change the field position matters. That's exactly what I thought Nob would say. He's had 4 years, period. It's okay to let him fuck off. But, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate your support. I understand your frustration, your anger, your aggravation. And I thank you all for watching. I thank you for getting through the misery. And hopefully this was therapeutic for most of you. And ladies and gentlemen, have a good night. See you in the Discord party. We're firing it up. As always, be loud, be proud. New York Jets fans, have a good night. Oh, let's play something. No, let's not play something. We're out. Peace.